It's Friday morning, 9:54 a.m., June 14th. I wanted to take time to talk about this. And I need to give a little background, I guess, first. This is Adobe Premiere. I'm sure most people have heard of it. It's a video editing software. This is the compact version of it. Typically, when I'm using this, I would be using it in two screens because there's a lot of different areas, a lot of different little compartments in this program. And so typically I would have it spread out over two screens. But I was just doing a little quick test to make a little short clip of Adama Kansu in his 100th anniversary commercial. So I pulled some snippets from it to make a couple GIFs. And this is what it looks like. This is the playback screen. And so when I play this back, this is what it looks like. This is exactly what it should look like. The speed and everything. This is just like I said, playback. So those are actually scenes from the commercial. They're slowed down in each case. In this case, these are 50%. These two are 50%, and this one is speed duration 50% also. So all of them are 50%. But what you see is as a matter of fact, I'm going to pull this off. Oh, I don't need to do that actually. I can just show you. Speed duration. If I take this to 100%, you see how that's shortened, and it'll go much faster. You'll see it at the end. Now I'm going to undo that, and you'll see it the same way again. So that's the speed control on video. You can make it as slow as you need to. Depending on the frame rate of the video, it can look smooth down to just a few frames at a rate of like 2 or 5 frames if you have the right video speed and apply the right filters. This is at 50. Well, I say 2 to 5% is what I meant to say. It can be smoothed down to 2 to 5%. And right now it's at 50%. Here's the problem. I outputted this to a GIF. It is currently in MP4. But when you output it, it should look exactly like this. There should be no change. Whatever I output should look exactly like that in the size that I determined for it. And this time it's for 1080p. That's the size of it right now. So if I go File, Export, Media, then this gives me all the specifics. This is the commercial it was taken from, 100th anniversary commercial. It's at 1080p, 60 frames per second. So it's good video to work from because it's got a high frame rate. 1920 by 1080. That is the full size of 1080p HD video. Most people know it by 1080p. So this is what that should look like when it plays. It should look exactly like that, just like the original commercial. It should be nothing different than the way it is right now. I already outputted this. I outputted just these two sections, and then I outputted the 3 together. They're here. You can see I did that at 9:49. It's now 9:59. Pull that back up. So I did this one at 9:49, I did this one at 9:44. I outputted them, I didn't play them back. So I decided to do one more thing with them, so I decided to have a look at how these look now. And I'm going to play that right now. This is playing. That's the first one, the short one, when it's just breathing up and breathing down. The speed has been slowed so much that I'm not sure what speed that is, but it's not the speed I selected because what I outputted was what's exactly here. The only thing that I did was outputted these two, which is what you just saw. That's what you just saw. That's what that was. That's what this is. And version 2 is all three of them together, which is the breathe up, breathe down. This is the one that's breathing up. This is the one that's breathing down. And then this is one him standing up. Breathe up. Right. Breathe up, breathe down, stand up. So that's version 2. Let's watch what version 2 looks like. So instead of this program replaying exactly what's in the timeline, that's what that's called, a timeline, it has been slowed down so slow that, you know, it doesn't even look real anymore. I mean, a GIF just plays over and over and over again, so that's what you get now, is it playing over. So this program has been manipulated to change the output speed. This is not the first time they've done it. Last season, last NFL season, I did one about Deshaun Jackson and the way he changed his speed going downfield, and it was played in real time, no alter in the speed at all, because I wanted to show that he was not running full speed the entire time. And when I output it, the speed changed in the middle of the clip. It started out in slow motion, and then, no, as a matter of fact, it stayed in slow motion the entire time. And I was like, how did that happen? And I tried several times before I actually got that to output. And I don't recall the exact sequence of events because it took me a while to get it to output at the right speed. I know what happened. As a matter of fact, I had to get offline. I had to shut down the computer, remove the internet connection to the computer, physically remove it, and just remove the adapter from the slot, and then output it again, and it was the right speed. So they were manipulating that in real time. And that's the exact same thing that's happening here. As a matter of fact, they're using the same process. They're using slow motion to change my intended outcome of this clip. So I'm going to output this again. I'm going to play it once more. This is exactly what it should look like. That's exactly how long it should take. This is 3 minutes and... no, not 3 minutes. Okay. It's 3.5 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003 and a half. Yeah. So this is 3.5 seconds long. So when I output it, that's how long it should be. Because whatever I output should be exactly what's in the frame right now. So I'm going to export it to media. It's going to be an animated GIF. I'm going to change the file name again. I'm going to change it to, this is version 2, and I'm going to put 0.1 or just -1 so we know it's the second one. Okay. Now you just click export. and it will automatically export it exactly the way it is now. You can see it says the quality is 100%, match source. That's what it should be doing. Automatically sets video settings to match the source video's property. Some values may be constrained by the output format. Bit rate values may be affected as well. In other words, if there's a change, the limitations of this video or the output values, which can be here, could change that. But you can see this is 1:1. The pixel rate is 1. So everything is set to match what's there. Everything should be exactly the same. That's why it says match source. I'm going to export it. It's fairly quick because it's a short one, so. What's curious to me is when this exported, I thought that it should have been faster than this. The way it started out was pretty much the speed it should have kept the entire time for a short clip like this. So the fact that it slowed down afterwards is a little bit concerning that something might be going on. So we'll see. Now we'll open this up. We're still on that same one. It showed up here. It's exactly the same size as the other one, which would be my first concern. Let's see what happens. So you can see that the output rate changed. It's in extreme slow motion. Started at 15. $25, $30. So it ended at 35. So that video is now somewhere around 20 seconds long when it should be 3.5 seconds long. So this is how much trouble they will go to prevent me from doing the types of things that I like. This program has been manipulated in real time to change the output video to something other than what I planned. There's absolutely no reason for this to output like that. It's only happened twice. One time it was on a video of one of their operatives. I talked about that previously. And now this one on Sue, who came in to replace one of their operatives. This is highly technical and highly deviant stuff. To take my work and destroy it. That's their psychological warfare against me. It's 10:09 a.m. on the 14th of June 2019. In the memo. So I decided I was going to remove this and let's try this again. So this is the internet adapter. And that's it. I just lifted it out of the slot. So it's now no longer connected to the computer. I'm going to leave the computer on the side because once I'm finished, I'm going to just put that back. So I'm going to turn the power back on now. And go around and start it up. I'm going to put this on a stand so I'll be hands-free. Start the computer up now. So now this computer is not connected to the web. However, they have devices, software devices, that can still connect. First thing I'm going to do is remove those. All right, go here. Device manager from the control panel. Let's minimize that, kill the clutter. Let's see the hidden devices. So right now the only ones that are hidden are the ones that are inactive. But just because these are inactive doesn't mean that they won't work. Because they can just activate them later on. So I uninstall them, and then when the computer restarts, it will reinstall them on restart. This is also a problem. It will also reinstall itself. Used to be there would be a lot more devices, WAN devices. There are probably 6 or 8 of them. But since I started recording the fact that they were there, they stopped showing up. So my internet adapter, this is the device that took over my internet adapter. That is not actually my internet adapter. That is an Intel substitute for my internet adapter. I don't know how to get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. My internet adapter is actually made by... I'd have to pull it out to see it. But it's not an Intel device. That device has been substituted via software for my internet device, my internet adapter. That's the VPN trying to connect. Alright, so now I'm going to open up Premiere again. I saved that file, so everything should be just like I left it. Alright, opening now. So, this is back to the same file. Everything's just like I left it, at least it appears to be. This is the file. Play it. It's the same 3.5 seconds, 3.29. All right. Now, let's start. And why not? We'll just go ahead and do the whole thing. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to export. I'm not going to change a thing except for the name. And we're going to call this 2, sorry. 2-2. There's the title. Save. Now let's export it. All right, that's done. And there it is. That's it. Sue version 2-2. Let's play it. And the exact same thing happened. Let's try using, open it with a different program. Let's use, I already tried it in Explorer. I want to use them at Windows Media Player. May not play it. Nope. Use this media player. It may play it. Open file. That's weird that it just changes like that. Details, date modified. Where is that thing? It doesn't even recognize the file type. That's why it's not there. So I need to open it with, let's open it with this one. File. Open file. So it's definitely not it's not the playback software. This is the way this is recorded. Because this is a browser. This is the second browser. Internet Explorer plays it this slow, and this is Firefox, and this plays it that slow. So file, save, close project, and this is one that I made just yesterday. This is the Buccaneers flag I was working on yesterday, just making a GIF out of that. And I outputted that one. You saw what that looked like. I outputted that one the same place. I thought I did. Let's find it. Flag dot MP4. GIF. Maybe I didn't. Oh, here it is. So this is the one I outputted yesterday. Let's find out where that is. Open file location. Okay, one of they. You see, this one plays exactly like the other one. This is the one I made yesterday. Now I'm going to play back the original. Let's get this up here. Okay, I know where it is. I want to, let's see, get them set up so they're. Just one of those set up so they're both playing. All right. So now I'm going to hit play on this one. So you can see they're identical. They're identical. And that's the way the output works. When you make a GIF, let's do that. Let's export it now and see if this one's any different. We're going to call this test flag. And export it. So there it is. And they go up. There it is. Test flag. Now let's play it. And there it is. It is exactly like the original. So they didn't care about this one for whatever reason. But on this one, they decided that they wanted to manipulate the video in such a way to change it so that it's basically useless because it's not doing what it should look exactly like the other one. That's the effect that I wanted. And this removes that effect altogether and make this unusable. And they did that in real time. So you see this program, there's nothing wrong with the program. This program is working the way it's supposed to work. But that file has been manipulated in such a way to prevent it from outputting each time it output, no matter what it says it's supposed to do, it's not outputting it as it should look. And I don't know how they did it. So I'm going to open that file again. This is what it should look like. That's what it should look like. So I'm going to check the export settings, see if there's something that's hidden that they did that I can see. I'll do that first. So this one means one for everyone. Call this one 3. So when that said custom just then, I don't know what that was. Oh, that might have been because I changed it down here. That's probably what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. I changed that. That's what it was. If I go back now, well, I can't go back in this one. I want to see what it looks like if I export it as a video. Let's try that. That's what I expected the speed to be on the first one. I don't know why it wasn't. This is the same one, and you can see the file size difference. So the video works. So when I change the video works perfectly. That's exactly what it should look like. That's the same as the recording. That's what it output. This is what it saw. They're exactly the same. So that GIF has been manipulated somehow. And I don't know how they did it. I have no idea how they did it, and I have no idea why those files are so large. And the only reason why they're so large, no, I know why they're so large, is because they extended it to 20 seconds long when it's only should be 3.5 seconds long. So this is the difference. This is the difference between a 3-second video, which it should be, and a 20-second video. So not only did they change the length of the video, oops, that's the wrong one. This one. So 104 versus 3, 104 megabyte. But the video quality is much poorer too. Every day is something new. Every day there's a new attempt to somehow manipulate and alter what would be a normal day. They have to find a way to antagonize, to manipulate, to frustrate, and anything else that they can do every single day. This is what they do. What did it cost to be able to manipulate that software in real time? This one, this test flag, was made early. Where's the other one? It's the first test flag. Let's find the flag. Here. See this Bucks flag. I just made it yesterday. Just yesterday. 13th. Today's the 14th. So it's just made yesterday. Just prior to 1 p.m. And it looks exactly like the original. But today, when I decided to make one about Ndamukong Suh, they decided that they were not going to allow me to do that. Why that video? Why today? Why not yesterday? I know this. That video was about Ndamukong Suh, who replaced Gerald McCoy. Gerald McCoy is a protected asset. I don't know why. I don't know what's going into it. But Gerald McCoy is a protected asset. You can tell because no one, 0 persons in the media ever have anything negative to say about him, when there's plenty negative to see and say. That doesn't pass the logic test. And you take that fact and roll it into the fact that they're preventing me from making a video about the guy who replaced him, which could increase that person's popularity. And it's glaring. It is glaring that there's something going on there. I don't know exactly what it is, but something's going on. He's an asset because the same people in the Tampa Bay community who are against Jameis Winston fight tooth and nail for Gerald McCoy. The same group of people across the board. They were anti Jameis Winston every turn. And they're pro Gerald McCoy every turn. There's something there. I can't put my finger on it. But there's a whole lot of smoke billowing up from this mess. There's a fire there. It's 10:42 a.m. on the 14th of June, 2019.